Hello and welcome back to the Fiercely Spiritual podcast. Thank you for being here. My name is Sandra Ray. I'm an author, healer, and spiritual teacher. And I'm delighted once again to chat to you this week about another topic to help enhance your life, to help enhance your spiritual practice, to help bring you a little bit closer to living a life that you love, to living in joy, in peace and happiness, and being the fullest expression of yourself. And I was saying about this last week. Last week we were talking about allowing happiness in your life. And I wanted to follow on from that because I was mentioning how when you get up in the morning, it's great to start your day saying that I allow myself to be happy today. I allow myself to be happier today than I was yesterday. And that's certainly something that I do. And I'm a big fan of starting the day on a positive note because it sets the tone for the rest of the day. But what I noticed was that one of the days that I got up, and I was recently on holidays, and I normally would start my day with a morning meditation, and I'd go through a process of doing various practices in the morning, and then I'll go about my day. So I set my day up in the morning so that the rest of my day flows, and I'm setting it up in a positive note and getting it into a really positive space. And it does make a huge difference. Now, while I was on holidays, we were getting up and we were going to the beach in the morning, or we were going swimming or going out. And I wasn't going through the whole process that I usually do of my meditation and all the things that I do in the morning. Now, what I was finding was that my day wasn't maybe flowing as smoothly as usual. I wasn't feeling as high vibe as I usually would. And I was kind of thinking, I really should have meditated this morning and made time for that, but it's too late now. Now, what I would argue is that it is never too late to change your energy. So if you do find that you get out of bed on the wrong side, you start off your day on a not so positive note, and you think, this is just going to be a bad day. I'm having a bad day. It's just the way it is. That's not just the way it is. You do have a choice, and you can change your energy, and you can turn things around. So I would sometimes think if I was going through the day and it wasn't going well, I would feel that way, and I'd start feeling frustrated, and I'd start regretting maybe I should have done something differently. And I'd think, half the day has gone by now, so it's too late to start turning around. But it's not. It's never too late. And you can start feeling grateful and turning your energy around at any point. And I think it was Marianne Williamson who said, a miracle is a shift in perception from fear to love. So what you're looking for, if you're having those bad days, or if you're experiencing lower energy, or if you're going through your day and you suddenly realize, I've been stressed for the majority of the day, then it's not too late to change that and to change your energy and to shift your perception from fear to love. Now, for me, fear is anything that is low vibe. So stress is based on fear, anxiety, worry, anger, sadness, all those lower vibe emotions their root is fear. So when I say to shift your perception from fear to love, it's shifting it from anger to love, or shifting it from worry to love. So fear encompasses all of those lower vibe emotions. So it's not to say they're bad, it's not to say they don't serve a purpose, but staying in them isn't where you're meant to be at. You're not meant to stay in worry throughout the day. You're not meant to stay in anxiety throughout the day. You're not meant to stay in sadness or depression throughout the day. So if you're finding that you're going through your day and you think, this is just the way it is, or even probably worse still, if you define yourself as a certain person, I'm just a person who worries, or I'm always anxious, and you define yourself as being that way, then it's never too late to change that energy and that description of yourself and that perception of yourself. So changing that perception of yourself from being a worrier to being a relaxed, easygoing person, from being depressed to being joyful and lighthearted. So be really mindful of how you describe yourself. And if you find yourself describing yourself in those ways and saying, well, you know, I'm always depressed, or I'm always worrying about something, or, you know, it's just the way I am, then be really mindful of that and choose to shift your perception from fear to love. Now, the way to do this is exactly what we were talking about last week when we talked about allowing happiness. So I'm not going to go into that again. If you missed that, go and watch the last episode or listen to the last episode. It's called Allowing Happiness. And tune into that one because it explains how to start allowing happiness in your life. And that's how you shift your energy. So it's really simple. It's something that anybody can do. And even if you've been this way for a long time, you can shift your perception. You can make that shift in an instant. And this can work for everybody. And you may argue for your limitations. And if you find yourself arguing for your limitations, saying, well, you know, that's easy for some people, but I have this condition which doesn't allow me to change my energy, or I have this, or I have this. Be really mindful if you're arguing for your limitations, because again, that is staying in the perception of being a certain way. And you cannot change if you're rooted in that perception of yourself. So don't argue for your limitations. Be open to miracles. Be open to a shift in energy. Be open to things changing instantly for you. And if not instantly, allowing the change to happen over a period of time, but being open to that change. So, as I said, it is never too late to change your energy. It is never too late to become a happy person, to be a joyful person, to be a person who's at ease and in flow with the universe. And if you are here listening today, if you have been listening for a while, then maybe, just maybe, this message is for you, and this is something that you really need to hear. And maybe this is something that you need to implement in your life. So we're all here for a reason. We've all been brought together with divine order. So sorry about that. My computer started playing something of its own accord. But as I said, go out and allow yourself to be open to your energy shifting and see what happens. Who knows? Miracles might occur in your life. So thank you once again for being here, and I will see you next week. Bye bye.